Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put gaming content out like this on a steady basis, and if you guys enjoy this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. Now with that said, today's video, we are going to check out Dreams on the PlayStation 4. Now, if you're not familiar with Dreams, it's basically a level creator. I don't know if you want to consider this a game. It is also sort of like software. It actually was developed by Media Molecule. They're actually the company that made like Little Big Planet and Mod Nation Racers for the PlayStation 3 and the Vita. Now, in those games, just like in this one, you're able to create, stages or levels. Like in Mod Nation Racers, you're able to design your own tracks and then upload them so that other people could play them. And it's the same thing for Little Big Planet. You were actually able to do that stuff as well. So it's kind of no big surprise that Media Molecule, kind of a weird name to say, Media Molecule did this again, but on a bigger level. Now in this game, that is the game, is you basically create a bunch of your own little games. It's definitely unique, and as you can see here, I have played a bunch of them, and one that I played and I wanted to show is one of the better ones, and that is Crash Bandicoot. Now, somebody had actually made this, and they did a really good job. Now, I did not check out the level creator because I'm just not a game creator. I don't claim to be, and I probably couldn't make anything much better than an Atari game, honestly. I will give it a try at some point, but I just wanted to check out other people's stages and kind of see, what they were building and kind of how this worked and, what kind of stages there was. And there's all kinds of stuff here. There's games, there's just like music, there's intros to movies that people replicated. I watched basically the intro to Star Wars A New Hope, and I gotta say, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of impressive for considering this is just like, on a PS4, a budget game at that, because this game was not a $60 game. It was actually, I want to say, $39.99. It actually just launched on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It came out, and like I said, it's a budget title, and that's up to you. I wanted to show some gameplay to see if this is a game that you guys are interested in and maybe want to pick up for your PlayStation 4. And I think this game also has interest beyond having a PlayStation 4, just to the fact of games you can put on here. There's Mario stages on here, which some of them are done actually pretty good. A lot of them are modeled after Mario 64's mechanics, and they're kind of fun to play, I gotta be honest. Now, the first one that I seen, I was blown away, and that one wasn't even really that good. And I have one on here that was a lot better, and I had a good time playing it. And like the Crash Bandicoot one, that was actually done fairly well. I mean, it's only like a couple stages or whatever, but these are all a work in progress. And as you can see here, this is Hollow Knight. Somebody basically put Hollow Knight into a 3D game, which I thought that was absolutely interesting that somebody did this. Definitely unique to say the least. And, it controls pretty good. Now, this level or stage, whatever you want to call it, is totally not complete because I couldn't seem to finish it. I kept falling in like basically in a hole as I was trying to platform to the next platform. I couldn't make the jump, so I just kept falling and falling. But I did like these enemies here that I was fighting, and I thought it was fun. It was fluent and stuff to actually beat them up and everything. But the mechanics of this game, or all the games, I should say, are all quite a bit wonky. They're definitely not polished. These aren't polished games anyway. They're made by just people. But I have heard that some developers have actually been, working on this and creating, their own little levels or games or whatever. And that's really, really cool. And I don't know how much stuff is actually on here, but it seemed like I was finding all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was even playing PT demos and stuff. I wanted to put some of that footage in here, but unfortunately, I ran out of space and it kind of on my hard drive, and I had to delete stuff, and it would just be a pain to go through and get that footage again. But I did wind up playing parts of the PT demo, and it was actually done pretty good. You know, I was like pretty impressed with what people have, you know, built here, and the time that it must have took to build some of this stuff. I can't even imagine. Some of this stuff is really looks complicated, and like I said, I don't know what the level creator is like, but I mean, some of this stuff, like this one right here, you know, a Hat in Time kind of recreation, I guess. This one's done pretty good, and I had fun playing this one, and it seemed pretty big. Now, I cut the footage down to basically that, out of like that, you know, because it would just be a super long video, and I did that with a lot of this stuff, and some of the stuff I just didn't put in here, but I played this game for quite a while. Me and my son were having a blast playing this, you know, just going through a bunch of the different things. You know, this Hat in Time build is actually pretty big. You can like look out and you can see that the world is actually pretty big here, and you know, it seems like there's a bunch of stuff you can do. I actually didn't like go through the whole demo, I guess we'll call it. I didn't go through the whole demo, so I don't know, maybe there was a bunch of stuff that I even missed that you could even do. It looked like you might even be able to do like little bits of crafting and stuff, but like I said, I wasn't sure because I didn't finish it. But right here you can see that it just looks expansive, so somebody had to put the time in to put all this together. Now there is a look to all these games too, and you know, I guess it's this dreams kind of look that they did with you know, just the style of this game, and it kind of you know, boils over into everything that people seem to create. Everything seems to kind of have a certain look to it. There was a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time build I had on here that I was playing, and for whatever reason the footage didn't record right, and it was like skipping and stuff, but it was probably better I left it off because it was kind of hurt the Legend of Zelda a little. Somebody did a great job though, I gotta give them credit, but Link just, I don't know, it just bothered me, the way that he looked. He had a goofy neck and stuff, but it was fun to check out the world. It was basically Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time. You could actually go into Lon Lon Ranch and kind of run around and jump on horses. You would ride opponent in Hyrule Field and everything. And you would go to Hyrule Castle, but you couldn't go into it or anything. The drawbridge was up and all that stuff. But it was definitely interesting because you could see like Death Mountain in the background and everything. It was very cool. You know, I definitely thought it was neat. And I wish it was more fleshed out, but it wasn't. And you can see here you have like a Smash Brothers representation. I mean, obviously it's not Smash Brothers. You can't fight. You basically just like touch the character and then you unlock a character. And there is a part coming up where this part here where you're hitting the bullseyes. And this part to me was the most fun. I had a pretty good time playing this part, and I think it was pretty fleshed out for what it is. It actually works pretty good, the platforming here, you know, with the wind and everything. Now, I died a few times, and, you know, but it just goes to show you that it was like more like a real game, you know, where I was able to just respawn right back on screen. I kind of like that. Now, it would have been real cool to be able to fight and stuff, but I ain't going to expect that, especially this early, because the game just came out. I mean, it just, you know, was in early access before, but I don't know how many people got to play it. I mean, I wasn't somebody that played it. I don't know how that worked, and if you had to, you know, get who you had to get a hold of and how you did that. I don't know how that all worked, but You know, that would have been cool, but obviously people have been doing this for a while, so that's probably where some of these builds have came from people on early access, because there is builds that Media Molecule has done in the game and everything. And honestly, I didn't check out a lot of theirs. I just mostly checked out ones that people created because I thought they were so cool. I mean, there was just so much different stuff to choose from. And there was tons of stuff that I haven't seen. I just pretty much was sticking to a lot of Super Mario stuff because I was just interested in seeing what they were doing. I mean, there was stuff from Nintendo 64, what was it? Super Mario 64 that was like totally fleshed out. The castle area, the whole hub world from the beginning of the game. I mean, somebody recreated that and they did a great job. Now you can see this one here. I don't know if this is an actual stage from that game, but it is really, really cool. I was having a good time playing this stage on screen here. This was one of the better Mario stages that I've played. The platforming was actually pretty solid, and there was another one. I wish I would have put that one on here. It was like a little squirrel or something, and the 3D platforming in it was exquisite. I mean, I had a blast playing it. It was really cool. It was like they had bounce mechanics and stuff. When you jump on a cloud, you'd bounce like super, super high. You'd run across rainbows. I mean, it just looked great. It played really good. So whoever made that did a fantastic job. And it's cool because when you play one of these, you can give them a thumbs up and everything. And you can find out, you know, other things they've created, all that kind of stuff. It's just a really neat game, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I guess it is a game because it plays on a PlayStation 4. But like I said, it almost feels like a piece of software. It's just a totally unique experience. And you know, it's like one of those things. I don't know how to recommend a game like this, if you want to call it that, because like I said, it don't feel exactly like a game. It's a bunch of mini games, sorta. That's why I wanted to put the video out, show a couple clips from some of the actual little mini games or whatever. That way you guys could take a look and see if this is something that you're interested in maybe picking up for your PlayStation 4. Because like I said, this is one of those things that I think can interest people from beyond just PlayStation, just because it's such a unique idea. I think there's definitely people that could get into this, that would, you know, want to maybe try creating their own games and just to play other people's little creations, just to find little experiences like this, or the ones that people are creating with The Legend of Zelda, because there was a bunch of those too. There's Donkey Kong stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff in this you know, game experience here. It's definitely unique, especially for the price. I think the price is definitely right at $39.99 and not $60. I think that would have been way too much, because it's not like a full game where you have a beginning, middle, and end. It's just not that. You can hear I'm still sick, so sorry guys if I sound weird. But yeah, I mean, absolutely cool. I had a good time with it, and you know, I wanted to show this. As you can see, I'm about to get a star in a Mario game on PlayStation. How cool is that, guys? Absolutely awesome. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, guys. I try to put content out like this as much as I can. But that's it, guys. That's the video. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one.